Hey guys, it is Neil and Thomas back again for another review of Eurovision 2024. They're coming in thick and fast, so you might find that the order is a little bit insane. But we're trying to just keep on top of everything, and we're trying to release our favourites as well as what seem to be fan favourites as quickly as possible. So we're going to start with one of my favourites, and it is Luktelk by Silvester Belt, who will represent Lithuania after storming the voting in the super final on a Saturday night. So let's take a look and see what we think of this performance. I think his voice really soothing, like it's so smooth.
Yeah. I also really like the blue lighting.
I just think, you know, his voice being so soothing with this really booming track, the juxtaposition is amazing, but I think he still manages to sound really energetic as well as having this soothing voice. Oh, how do you do that?
I don't know. I also like that they changed the lighting a bit from his semi-final, because I remember with the red lights in the semi-final, you could barely see his face anymore, and that it's better now.
They've really taken advantage of being in the arena here.
Yeah. I also really like the different camera angles, and they're like the close-ups.
The station's fantastic, and the way they've got it recording is great, because it is very fast with a lot of the camera tricks when it needs to, camera changes when it needs to be. We love a dance break.
Yeah. They also changed this part, I think.
Yeah, like it's a little bit different, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, I absolutely adore Luktelk. I think it's so modern. I think, but it's not modern in a way where it doesn't sound like recognizable or it's inaccessible. It sounds like, you know, sounds like something we would have had before.
Yeah.
But in a completely sort of, for me anyway, it feels really refreshing. Really new. This is one of the things I have difficulty with how I think it's going to do when we get onto that, is I don't think it sounds like anything we've really had in Eurovision over the last few years. I think it sounds completely different.
Yeah.
But I'm in love with this. This went straight to my number one. I'm not even going to pretend to be impartial here. I love this song, and it's just, I think everything I see of Silvester as well, I think I just want to know more about him. I think he seems like such a nice guy as well. And his confidence level from semi-final one to the final, even from the final to the super final performance. I don't know if you call it the super final performance, where really the whole arena were on their feet, which we've got on good authority they don't do in Lithuania. The confidence level just grew and grew and grew. So I think come Malmo, that boy is going to be having the time of his life. He's going to have no nerves. He's just going to be like, I've got a song. People are loving my song. I'm going to go for it. What do you think?
Yeah, that's the thing. I suppose, like, having that support from the Euro fandom, especially if he's going to do the pre-parties as well. People are going to love him when he comes on stage. He's going to be singing his song, even though it's Lithuanian. Like, not a lot of people would speak Lithuanian outside of Lithuania. So I suppose that's crazy when you hear people sing your song in your own language. Like, that must be insane. So his confidence level is going to get another boost from that. And imagine the staging that they had here. Imagine that in Malmo with that huge ass stage. That's going to be amazing. I love this as well. From first listen, this is one of the few songs where it just clicked instantly. Not just this season, but like anytime, whenever Eurovision comes around, when the songs start getting released, it usually takes me a couple of listens to really get a song. This one just instantly clicked. And I think I said in my review, because I did review the different heats from Eurovision, and I think I said in my review that this to me feels like the future of Eurovision. It's just not just the fact that he's younger, but also just the genre. This is just sort of, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, this is appealing to the younger generation. Like, and I think at the same time, it's also appealing to the older generations. So for me, this is really, there's been like this sort of a shift in Eurovision musically in the last couple of years. We've seen a lot of young artists take part and just like taking risks. We saw it last year with the Serbian entry, which I didn't personally like, but it was a completely different style, a different genre, something that we'd never seen before at Eurovision. And I like that. And I feel like he fits in that picture perfectly. So I really, really enjoyed this. I think this was one of the first songs from this season that actually went on my playlist, that I was actually listening to in my car on my way to work and stuff like that. So yeah, very, very well done.
I think the only ones that went in before Luktelk, I was looking back on mine, were genuinely some from Norway, and I think that's just because Norway sort of started with a little bit more, like, I think they started at the same time, but obviously there was a little bit more consistent quality there. They had 3 heats compared to 5 heats in a final. No, I just genuinely think this is great. I really would say I would love this to win. I don't know if I can see it winning. But again, that's because I can't figure out how it's going to do with juries and televote. I think it'll do well with both. We've got to look at the televote of the super final. The Roop had just over 4,000. Shower had just over 8,000 votes.
Yeah. And
Silvester had over 16,000 votes. He had more votes than second and third place combined. That's insane. Yeah. So that's obviously Lithuanian voters, but there's got to be some crossover with that. I think what you said, this being accessible to the younger generation by being modern, but having a accessibility to slightly older people as well, because there's some nostalgia to it as well. You can feel the real electropop and that sort of drum and bass. I think he's even said he's a raver at heart, even though you wouldn't guess it to look at him. But you can really feel that energy come through, and I think there is a lot of nostalgia for that from sort of a good few generations who have been brought up with that sort of heavier dance music and club music, etc. as well. So I don't know how it's going to do. I really want it to do well. I don't know, but I've already ordered my Lithuanian flag, I will say that.
That's not the only thing you ordered last night, I heard.
Oh yeah, I may have had a glass of wine too many and ordered one of those nose clips. I think it's coming from China, but who knows? I'm sure we'll let you guys see on social media when it comes. But Thomas, do you have any predictions for how this will do? It's in semi-final 1, which, as we've discussed, is packed. You've got Ireland in there, you've got Finland in there, how do you think it's going to do?
it's definitely qualifying. There's no question. We know he can sing. We know he can perform. We know sort of what staging concept we can expect. I think he's probably gonna do something similar to what he did in the national final, but just amplify it. So this is definitely qualifying. I don't particularly sound like the winner of Eurovision for me. I really, really like this. I was torn last night. Like, am I going to put it in my first place in my top, or do I keep Italy in first place? So I really, really love it, but I don't think it has winner potential. I think it has potential for top 10. I even think with good staging, it could have potential for top 5, depending on how much the juries back this. But it's not a winner. But it's definitely going to do well. I cannot see it not doing well.
It's a winner in my heart. Oh yeah, the vocal is absolutely stunning. I said while we were watching there, how do you have a voice so smooth but yet so energetic? Because when he is singing, it is so smooth, especially at the start before the beat really kicks in. It's almost like a lullaby. Like I just feel not that it's in the way that it's putting you to sleep at all, but more in the way where it's just like it's comforting. Like it's just like, oh, this is just. It's just soothing is the only word I can describe for it. But no, I would like to see this do top 5. If it did top 5, it would obviously be Lithuania's best result ever. And I think that would actually be amazing for a song in Lithuanian by a Lithuanian guy who is part of the LGBT community, just with a great song, doing really well and giving their best result. I think that would be. I would love to see Lithuania win. They're one of the countries that haven't won. I would love to see them win. He's the winner of my heart at the moment, but I don't know if that's enough. I can't do anything to make him win, but if I could, I would.
I think the televote is probably gonna vote. Like, this is gonna get a good result in the televote, and I think that because it's a finished product, like the whole package, it just fits. I think it's original, it's modern, while still feeling familiar. We're talking about, it has a bit of a nostalgia feel. For me, it also feels a bit like 90s house music a little bit. And we don't often have songs at Eurovision with this kind of production where it's just because there's not a lot going on really production wise. It's just a very good beat, some synthesizers and a good vocal. That's basically it. But it's just all done to perfection. So I'm hoping that the juries are gonna appreciate that they're gonna appreciate his vocal, that they're gonna appreciate the staging concept, and the fact that this is a very radio friendly song as well, because I think that's also a little bit what they're looking for. So if the jury's back it enough, I could see this doing a top 10 and potentially a top 5. I don't know.
I'll keep everything crossed. I'm refreshing Eurovision and Concerts Instagram account every 10 minutes at the moment. Just be like, get him confirmed, get him on the stage. Want to see him. Want to wait at the backstage and see if we can get a photo, because I think he's absolutely brilliant. I think he'll be a great ambassador for Lithuania. I can't sing his praises too much. Like I'm definitely going off on the deep end here, but I think the only time I really watched this was I watched the top 2 from your review, like you said, from Heat 1, and just straight away this got me. Absolutely insane, absolutely fantastic. So this is going to be one of my most played of this year, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Same. Yeah.
I think it might already be, actually. And we're only in February. We've got 18 songs at the moment, so there's still half of them to come. We don't know what to expect from some of them, but I do think this will do very well, especially with the public at home. But that's our review / doting experience on Silvester Belt and the song Luktelk. We're big fans, obviously. Are you? Let us know. You can let us know in the comments below. You can like and subscribe to the channel, and you can also apparently press a bell and you'll get a notification whenever we upload a video. Who knew? But try that out. You can also visit us at www.niallpois.com. All of our reviews are on there for you to look at. And we will be keeping them up to date on Twitter and Instagram as well at Niall Pois Blog. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well. That's at Niall Pois.
And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Paidatum Riehuja.
And we will see you for the next review very soon. Bye.
Bye.